We aired a 30-minute special called Farms to Fast Lane, 50 Years of GM Lordstown. And I introduced you to three friends, Greg George, Bruce Kimes, and Vince Martini. They've been working together here at GM Lordstown for nearly 40 years. And they've built a friendship over that time that's led to lifelong memories. Take a look.
I've seen them 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. I see them more than I see my wife.
All that time together led to fond memories for these three friends, and on this day, a chance to catch up at Vince Martini's house during the first week of retirement for Greg George and Bruce Kimes.
People you're surrounded with help you to get through it day by day, and the three of us are going to stay in touch.
Vince was the first in, and he'll be the last out. He started working at Lordstown in 1977 and just went back in April after 5 months in the hospital.
Bruce sending me cards. I had Big Daddy stopping up at the hospital, and between them and my wife spending the night at the hospital 2 nights in a row, that's what got me through it.
What started as pneumonia ended with surgery to implant a pacemaker, and his wife tried to convince him it was time to stay home.
And she told me, she said, "Why don't you retire?" You know, and I said, like these two said, "They know when you're ready." I said, "No, I want to go back and give it a shot."
Greg, on the other hand, knew he'd had enough, working here since 1978. He won't miss the job, but he'll miss the relationships he built in Chassis 1 and his fellow team leaders.
That's how we bonded together. It wasn't all just fun and games. We all worked together as a team.
A team supporting the company that gave them careers, all driving GM vehicles.
Trailblazer and a new Encore my wife has.
I have a Equinox, Chevy Equinox.
I have a pickup and a Cruise.
And a 65 Impala.
Yeah.
And now he'll have time to spend working on that classic Chevy, the one Vince helped him check out.
I've always had my eye on a 65, and I've always found them that were either a bucket of rust or a bucket of money.
We got a lot of pictures of Big Daddy in here when he was Big Daddy, and he's lost 121 pounds.
Flipping through the pictures, Greg is barely recognizable, dropping all that weight in the last 18 months.
I'm going to miss these guys.
Bruce got this book of photos at a surprise joint retirement party last month planned by their friends. His tenure at Lordstown started the same way, with a book on his first day of work, May 24th, 1979.
You are now part of the #1 team you'll find working at General Motors Lordstown, a good place to work.
It turned out to be so much more than that. A motto to live by at work while raising a family at home.
The working together thing, that's what gets you through out there, and it's a team. So everybody's got their position on the team to play. You got good players.
And those three guys are going to be getting together once a month for dinner. So even though they're not on the line 40 hours a week anymore, they are still going to see each other. And by the way, I mentioned Greg's Chevy Impala there. He has a 1965. It will be at the car show tomorrow if you want to check it out. And Stan, you'll appreciate this. I know the 1965 is the year before it started being made here at Lordstown. But Greg said that the front end looks very similar to that very first car that rolled off the line.
And when I saw it pop up there, I kind of wondered if it was the first year. It didn't look all that much different.
Right before, but it looks very similar, yeah.